What's up, guys? PokePete back here, and it's been a while since we last checked in with you guys, but Kyogre is back in Pokemon Go, and it is exciting, and a lot of stuff is happening, and I just wanted to make a very quick, very short video on how to actually three-man Kyogre in Pokemon Go. Some people might not think that three-manning Kyogre is possible. I promise you it is. I did it earlier today, and right now, we're going to make a quick guide on how to do that in Pokemon Go, and then after we are done going over it, we are going to just post the video for you guys to see that it is in fact possible. Me and a couple of my best friends did it today. It's actually not that hard of a three-man as far as three-mans go, so that is a good thing, but getting right into it. So first things first, as I always do when I'm looking at any like two-man or three-man or solo, I'm going to go over to Pokebattler, and guys, this is Pokebattler right here. We're going to look at it together, and I'm just going to kind of show you guys how to navigate the site a little bit and what is going on. So this is the home screen for Pokebattler. You can do it on either your desktop or your mobile. Either way, it'll work. So first thing you're going to do for this, I'm going to go over to raids. That's what I like to do. It'll also give you gym battle simulations, and it'll give you some PvP simulations. So we're looking at raids, and it's going to just pop up with all of the active raids. So right now we got Kyogre, Groudon's going to be back next week. Raikou is June 29th. We have got Raikou Day that has been announced. I can't wait for that. You guys will definitely get a Groudon counter video. You will definitely get a Raikou video, Entei, so on and so forth. I will try my best to make sure we are getting some information out there for you guys. But Pokebattler, great site. You can look at the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, of course, the 5s. You can even make your own custom raids if you wanted to, but we are going to focus on Kyogre today. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to check out the 5-star legendary raid boss, Kyogre, in Pokemon Go. And Pokebattler, the way it works is it kind of just simulates how the raid is going to go, and it will let you figure out whether or not the group of people you have and the Pokemon you each have will be enough to beat the raid boss. So for Kyogre, as you can see here, you can choose what weather you're going to be in. So earlier today, me and my friends were in cloudy weather when we did this. You can then select your friendship level. We got best friends. So we're going to plug that in there. And then it will tell you right down here, we're coming through. These are going to be all of the information you need. So Raikou right here is going to be the #1 counter. Some other good counters. Magnezone is a very good counter. Electivire, very good counter. Luxray is a good counter. It's a little bit of a glass cannon, but it's a good counter. Mewtwo with Thunderbolt is actually a very good counter. And Mewtwo is actually going to be a really good Pokemon, guys. With its advanced moveset, it is pretty much good for any raid. So I definitely recommend getting a Mewtwo if you don't have one already. Try to get a lucky friend maybe. Get a lucky Mewtwo. Then some other options. Roserade, Tangrowth, Zapdos, as long as it's got Thundershock or Thunderbolt. Charge Beam doesn't do that much worse. Like here you guys can see, if you come over to this box, you can expand an individual Pokemon. So as we expand Zapdos, you can see here that the time to win with Thundershock and Thunderbolt is 859.8 seconds. With Charge Beam, it is 896.7 seconds. So it does get a little bit lower there. And actually, I don't think that this is set up right. I don't believe Pokebattler's default is level 40. It is not. The default that it's got set up is level 35. So always go and make sure you're also having the best attackers. So we actually have level 40 counters, so we're going to plug that in for you guys. But you lower level players, level 35, as you guys can see, level 35 Pokemon can still get this 3-man done. It is not that difficult. We are level 40, though. This is what we were using. So these are going to be the top counters, though, guys. You can play on Pokebattler a little bit. I'm not really going to go too into that. I know there's a lot of videos out there already explaining Pokebattler. Definitely recommend you watch some of those, or recommend even just going to Pokebattler itself and playing with the site a little bit and trying to get used to it. But it's got a lot of cool features. You can actually put some of your own Pokemon in there. There's got a Pokemon box. There's a lot of stuff you can do. We'll make a Pokebattler tutorial video one of these days. But right now, looking at Kyogre. So the Pokebattler estimator beating Kyogre should take 3 trainers with Pokemon of this strength. It's a 2.72 difficulty rating, which means you need about 2.72 trainers at level 40 with ideal counters. So guys, that's what it looks like. You can also choose your moveset. So like we knew our moveset that we thought was Waterfall and Thunder. So for Waterfall and Thunder, this is going to be what you need to use. Now, when you're looking at it and you're trying to figure out whether or not you are going to be able to do it with a 3-man, like for example, we're just going to talk about the 3-man today because that's what we just did, and we will be posting that video in a moment. But with it, when you're looking for a 3-man, there's two things that you really want to look at. The first thing that you need to look at, up here, there's the skull and crossbones and the number. Now that is how many times each Pokemon is expected to faint out. So for Kyogre, the minimum that you can do it with is 3 people. So when you're looking to do a 3-man, you're going to say, okay, well, we each get 6 Pokemon, and then we can faint out and max revive once. We'll each get another 6 Pokemon. So that's 12 Pokemon per trainer. If you have 3 trainers, you get 36 total deaths. So the first thing that we're going to look at today for a 3-man is finding anything with 36 or less deaths. That will be a viable Pokemon. So right here, it looks like pretty much everything is viable so far as deaths are concerned. I'm not really seeing anything that isn't. Yep, so here we go. We have to go all the way down to the bottom of the top 25. And you got Manectric, Cacturne, and Carnivine. Now, though they are viable from time to win, they are not going to be viable from a death standpoint. So you cannot use those Pokemon. And time to win is going to be the other metric that we're looking at when we're coming for a 3-man. As you can see over here, there's the time to win. Now that's going to tell you how many seconds it's going to take for this particular Pokemon to beat the raid boss. So, for Kyogre, it is a legendary raid, which means we get 300 seconds to win. For 3 trainers, that would be 300 seconds apiece, which is 900 total seconds. So whenever we're looking for a 3-man, we're looking for time to win of less than 900 seconds, and that's not completely accurate. You are looking for less than 900 seconds, but you have to remember you're going to lose. Each trainer is going to lose a few seconds on the join-in time. Most people are not getting the full 300 seconds. Might take a couple seconds away from you at the end as well, and then you also have to account for the time it's going to take to max revive all of your Pokemon and get right back into it. So, what I usually look for is right around 870. I would say if you're seeing 870, I usually account for about 30 seconds of mess up time. 10 seconds per trainer to not be fully in. I think that that's a good estimator. So we're looking at 870 or less, and as you guys can see, Raikou, completely viable, Electivire, Roserade, Magnezone, Sceptile, Luxray, all these Pokemon are 100% viable for the 3-man. And, I mean, as we look lower down here, Groudon with Dragon Tail Solar Beam, that's a little bit too high of a time. I mean, you could supplement them if you're using some other stuff. Tangela is a little bit too slow. Latios is a little bit too slow. Torterra, all of those Pokemon, they're a little bit too slow. But luckily, there's a lot of extremely accessible Pokemon, very, very easy to get up top here that are very viable for this particular 3-man. So, just wanted to show you guys that. Get on the site a little bit. Show you guys Pokebattler. You don't need to be in a huge group as long as you are some, advanced trainers. This is the 5th time Kyogre has been out, so I know a lot of you guys out there are probably a little bit sick of Kyogre. Maybe go out there and do it for the 3-man. Just try to get it done. Try to make a challenge. Try to find a way to keep the game interesting for yourself. If that's not doing Kyogre, then hey, just go out there and enjoy the double catch candy, the double hatch candy. The incubator is half distance right now for hatching some eggs, so just go out there and enjoy that if you don't really enjoy doing more Kyogre raids. But if you do want to do the Kyogre raids and you do want to see if you can 3-man it, Pokebattler is definitely a great site to use. It's definitely very easy to access, and this is just some of the information. So now we are going to get into the actual video from earlier today. Me and my friends did 3-man it, and we did use 6 unique Pokemon for you guys. That way you could see that we're not just going in there with the team of 6 Raikous, which is the #1 counter, and just beating it up. I used 6 unique Pokemon, so in this, I'll use a Raikou, an Electivire, a Roserade, a Magnezone, and a Zapdos, and then a Mewtwo with Thunderbolt as well. So, we can definitely get it done. You can definitely see that. You can definitely just beat this thing. I mean, it only takes 3 people. So, for all you lower level players out there, you can get on Pokebattler if you want, and you can see how many of you it would take. Like, if you're like level 25, let's plug it in real quick for you so you can just see what it would look like. So, at level 25, you would probably need, it's saying 3.53 is the least. So I would say at least 4 or 5 of you guys at level 25 could definitely get it done. Kyogre is not the most difficult Pokemon in the world. It's kind of a good thing. But that's just real quick, Pokebattler, how it works, how to use it. And now we are going to go ahead. Here is the video from earlier today. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this, and we will check back in with you guys again. We're going to do a full Pokebattler tutorial sometime soon. And we will definitely make sure we check back in with a Groudon video and a Raikou video to make sure you guys are all caught up. But these are the Pokemon that you guys are really going to be looking to use when you're fighting Kyogres. So guys, here's the video of earlier today. Earlier today, me and 2 of my best friends, Dragon704 and the Mamba, managed to actually go ahead and 3-man a Kyogre. So this Kyogre, it's cloudy weather out right now. This Kyogre happens to have Waterfall and Thunder as its moveset. So we can plug all that stuff into Pokebattler. We can see exactly how long it's going to take us. But this is just kind of putting it out there so everybody can see that, yes, it is in fact possible to 3-man a Kyogre, as we have done it. We've actually done a lot of these today. It is just me. It's just our 3 accounts right now playing, and we want to get some more of these shinies. We want to get some more good ones. I did get a 98% earlier today, so I'll definitely max that out. Also got a shiny earlier, so that was good. But so for this 3-man, I'm using 6 unique Pokemon, so we're going to go ahead. I've got a Raikou in there, as you guys saw. I've got a Magnezone. I've got an Electivire. I have got a Zapdos. It does have Thunder Shock instead of Charge Beam. I have a Mewtwo with Thunderbolt, and I have a Roserade. So those are going to be the 6 unique Pokemon that I will be using throughout this 3-man. And there's a lot of other options that you could use as well. I personally like the electric types a little bit more, so I was favoring them. I think that they're better. They're not distinctively better, though. I mean, like, if you're in sunny weather, the grass types are the way to go. It'll make it a lot easier for you. But I like electric types. Always liked electric types. I picked Team Instinct for a reason. So these are the ones I'm using. There are a lot of other really good options, though. You don't have to use these Pokemon if you don't have a Zapdos or a good Raikou, or you don't have Sinnoh Stones, or you don't want to buy a Magnetic Lure. You could still use Frenzy Plant Sceptile. That's perfectly viable. A lot of you guys got those with Community Day. You can use Frenzy Plant Venusaur. That's been a thing for a while. Most people have those by now. If not, most people have them to trade. So that's always good. There's just a lot of stuff. And guys, also as we approach halfway here in this 3-man, what I usually look for when I'm 3-manning something is for Kyogre's health bar. I want that to go from green to yellow sometime between 165, 170. It's usually a good estimate that you're on a very solid pace to get it. And anytime really above 150, if you can hit that yellow health bar, you're probably on pace to get it. So right here, we did hit it a little bit earlier than 150. We hit it around 168, I believe, is when it actually went to yellow. So that's always good. We're going to faint out. We're going to max revive. We're going to get right back in. And then going from yellow to red, I usually like to be red before 60 seconds. Anything after 60 seconds, it gets a little bit scary. Anything after 50 seconds, I really don't think I'm going to get it. But so I like to hit the red in the health bar. That's usually just like a good estimator of if you're on pace to get the raid done or not. Also, as you guys can see here, when you are going to do these 3-mans and these small groups, the 2-Os, make sure all of your Pokemon are fully revived. That way, once you faint out, you get to the max revives, and you can just revive the 6 that you need to revive very quickly. You don't want to be sitting there trying to sift through Pokemon, trying to find the right ones to revive, accidentally taking extra time. Like, when you're doing it in small groups, you're already making it a challenge for yourself, and you're already going with less time. So make sure that you are doing the best that you can to be in that raid and just be doing damage the whole time. So that's a good thing to do. Right there, you guys can see we just hit red 82 seconds. So that is a great estimator that we are well above pace to beat this thing, which is, it's good. So, you know, as you guys can see, it can definitely be done. You can definitely 3-man Kyogre. You don't have to have access to all the legendary Pokemon. You don't have to have a team of just the 6 best counters to beat this particular Pokemon. This one can be done with an array of Pokemon that are extremely accessible. And so that's what we're going to do. And all you lower level guys out there, definitely don't be discouraged if you can't do stuff like this. It's not a bad thing, you know. This is just more for the hardcore players out there who have been playing since day one, have done Kyogre a bunch of times already, and just want to make a challenge to make the game interesting and keep the Kyogres fun for them. I know last summer when Kyogre first came out, me and a couple of other friends did this. That was a little bit harder when we did that one, so that was a lot of fun. And Kyogre down here, 22 seconds when we officially beat it. We weren't allowed to switch Pokemon at that point, so that means that's when you beat it. And we did not get a good one from this raid, so that's alright though. Later in the day, we did get a 98%. We did get a shiny, so that was awesome. And we got some good raid rewards. Not this time, but in the other raids we did. So guys, whenever you're doing this, the more balls you can have, the better. We got 18 here because we took the gym before. Instinct won it. The smaller the group, the better the raid rewards are going to be as well. And guys, remember, it is a catch candy XP right now. So it's double catch candy for all Pokemon. And I definitely recommend you guys take advantage of that. Try to get the Kyogres on Pinap Berries. If you have 18 throws, you know, for the first 8 to 10 of them, just go ahead and throw a Pinap at it and just try to catch it like that before you go into the Goldens. It will definitely be great if you could get extra candy for Kyogre while he's around. I mean, right now we're getting 12 candies per on a Pinap Berry. Otherwise, 6 candies still isn't bad. So it's a good time to get out there, stock up on some legendary candy, and just make sure you're out there getting everything done, you know? But yeah, so the lower level players, make sure you download Discord too. That's really going to help you guys find groups, find out where the hardcore players are, find out where the raids are, get to the raids on time, and make sure that you're going to be there with a group. Make sure people will be waiting for you. The Discord app is definitely the gamer chat that most Pokemon players use. I know that that's what is used in my local community. So for anybody who needs to find a big group and needs to find the raids, definitely recommend you guys download Discord, get on there. It's going to be a great tool for you guys. It's definitely going to help you guys with the Kyogre. Now, I'm not going to let this play over the whole catch because that would just take too long. I actually think this one ran away from me earlier today. I don't quite remember, but I believe it ran away from me. But I just wanted to show you guys that it definitely can be done. Also, guys, remember, if you have a shiny, it is an automatic catch, so make sure you pin up your shinies to get that extra candy because it will be 100% catch rate for any shiny you encounter from a raid. But that's going to wrap it up, I think, guys. You guys know what you're doing now. Get out there. Happy hunting. Enjoy those Kyogres. We will check back in with you guys later on with a Groudon raid video and a Raikou raid day. How to plan that, how to do that, how to make sure you're getting the most that you can out of that. And yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys got some good information that was helpful to you. And hopefully you guys have some success beating up these Kyogres in your local communities. We will check back in with you guys next time.